Hello, this is Foxtel Vane, and I'm going to quickly go over how my static does Limitless Desolation from P8S, just because several people were asking me about it. Limitless Desolation is a mechanic that first hits both 1 DPS and 1 support with a fire vulnerability, while spawning 2 towers at the same time. After a couple of seconds, an AOE will be baited on the 2 players that got hit by the fire vulnerability, and very shortly after, the tower that spawned will need to be soaked by 1 player each. This mechanic is usually overlooked for the high concepts or natural alignments, but it's still dangerous just like Dominion. This image on screen was posted by my static leader, Garan Zernfar, to show that the towers follow some rules while spawning, which is that the first and third groups of players hit will be taking a tower within the first 2 rows of the arena. The second and fourth groups of players will be soaking in the middle 2 rows, rows 2 and 3. The towers will always spawn on left and right of the middle line for each pair, meaning you can split roles on left and right of the arena. Just for this strategy, we will have the support, which are the tanks and healers, on the left side of the arena, with the DPS on the right side of the arena. We kept having memes no matter what we did, so I ended up watching every single upload of P8S on YouTube and seeing what worked and what failed for each group, and this is what I came up with. Other groups do the same lineup, but they either don't have problems with this mechanic or they don't even talk about it. In our strategy, we have players line up in this formation, with melee players being on the first 2 intersections of lines. As each person gets hit, they will either go to the sides of the arena or toward the middle, depending where their tower spawned. I call these passing lanes, where if you see anyone in these lanes, it means they already got hit by their fire AOEs, so it's safe to stack on them. New people incoming into the passing lane will usually mean they are going to be baiting an AOE soon, but it also means if both you and another person come into the passing lane at the same time, you know it's safe to stack with them to create a singular AOE bait to make the dodges safer. After the first 2 groups are done, the last 2 remaining players in the starting lanes will adjust to fill in for the people that got hit by either moving up or moving back to ensure they're nearby rows 1 and 2 and rows 2 and 3, since those are the only lanes that can spawn towers. If they happen to get lucky and the third group is the northmost person, you can just simply bait your AoE in the starting lane and walk into your tower. Fourth person can always bait their AoE in the starting lane, since they are the last remaining fire vulnerability. If the third group is on the south side, just simply go into the passing lane and do the strategy as normal. After the first 2 people get hit by fire AoEs, the north and south of the arena should be safe to cross over into the middle lane, as long as people adjust quickly to fill in the center of the arena. Here's some quick examples if that was too confusing. Both melee groups happen to get hit with fire vulnerabilities for towers 1 and 2. So the third row is adjusting by moving up 1 line, while the fourth row is adjusting by moving up 1 line as well. This is to pre-position for their following towers. In this example, the ranged and casters got towers 1 and 2, so the first 2 rows will move back 1 row each. You still get full melee uptime in this third row, so don't worry. This is a more real example. People got hit in an alternating pattern, so it formed a zigzag on both sides of the arena. The healer is already on the southern pre-position spot, so the tank will move down 1 to be the northern pre-position spot. The first and third DPS got the first 2 tower baits, so the ranged in row 4 will move up by 1. In all of these examples, the people in the passing lane could be stacked on top of each other no problem. They really only have to be aware if someone is coming into their lane, because it will usually mean that that person is about to bait an AoE. The reason I did the strategy in this way is so people can easily see who is left in these starting lanes, without clogging communications while having 3 free lanes to be able to pre-position and move around in. So just to reiterate, the rules of this strategy are, first, line up in your spots. 2, go into a passing lane. If you're hit by a fire AoE, make sure to pick a passing lane near your tower. 3, if you see another person enter the passing lane at the same time as you, you can stack with them to make a singular AoE bait. 4, after the first 2 people are hit with fire AoEs, adjust in the starting lanes to pre-position for the next set of towers. 5, after the mechanic is over, stack up to make healing the incoming raid wide easier. Hopefully, this helps some of you out there. I tried to get this out in a rush to help as many people as possible, since a lot of my friends are currently progging P8S, My group was only able to practice this once, since we only have about 4 hours a week together to practice and experiment with new strategies. Most of last week was our door boss, so here's a clip of us actually doing it with our silly callouts. Good luck!
It's counting, get ready. Strat.
I'm like thinking.
Oh, this is the good
Go to your spot.
We're doing it.
1, 2, 3,
Oh man, do I
Serious.
4.
hate this?
That's so scuffed.
I don't like this.
You don't like this?
Oh my
I
god.
kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie.
You, like, I spent
like
so much
it, but
time on
holy
this
shit,
shake
that was
chat.
funny.
That was
I
much
spent
better
so
than
much.
this.
That was so
I spent
fun.
so
Yeah,
much
I like
time
that.
on it.
No, I like
Alright.
it. Fox.
We have a Lily Bow for this one, so fucking hang out. Actual TV?
I made an error. That is why I disliked it.
Oh.
I disliked the situation. I was.
I spent like 3 hours trying to figure that strat out.